And always saved you a spot. This is my invitation for you to step away from the noise and tap into calm. This is the daily tap created for you to help you feel better regardless of what's going on in your life. And we all know worldwide we have a lot going on. We're using the emotional freedom technique, EFT tapping. If you're new, EFT tapping is a potent mind-body tool that is clinically proven, evidence scientifically based to help you relieve stress like that, like flicking a switch. And as you tap, you can literally change what's going on in your head and drop down into some calm. And it seems kind of silly sometimes, but once you try it and you practice it, you will not be disappointed. If you do it more frequently, daily, regularly, it can transform your life like it has mine. And we will be using an affirmation inspired by an oracle card. And we'll tap that in as well to just help reinforce our inner selves, our higher selves. So when we're working with any type of divination, from oracle, tarot, crystals, essential oils, books, the Bible, praying, anything, we are connecting directly with our higher power, with spirit, the universe, source, God. You choose. Today, I'd like to introduce you to a beautiful deck, but before we do that, take a nice grounded breath. Feel your feet on the floor if you can. And just search around your body for anything that feels like stress, constriction, tightness, discomfort, unease, aches and pains, anything that feels off. Notice it, and then give it a number, 0 to 10, of how intense it is, 10 being at the top. Sometimes we feel, oh man, I'm over the 10, right? So just notice what you're carrying around and where that is in your body. And then I want you to notice how your body reacts as I show you the deck and the card and read the message for you, so you can see whether you are skeptical or not, your body knows what to release. So come on in. It's a very simple little tiny moment in your day, but it's very potent. So come on in. Today's deck is the Sacred Traveler Oracle cards from DENISE LYNN. She has other decks that I have one that I use in the morning often called the Sacred Forest, which I really love. And I have a newer one that starts with sacred as well. She's really a brilliant coach, and she channels and travels traveler, and creates many decks. She teaches how to even do your own. One of these days I need to do that, right? Okay, so Sacred Traveler, I digress. Just tune in, notice what's happening in your body. We set an intention that we receive the message that is meant for us. It's timeless, so whenever this message reaches you, it's meant for you. If you want to have a really perfect way to find an oracle message for yourself, on my YouTube channel, click the live link. There are several of these daily taps, and you can just randomly pick one. That's a message that's meant for you on that day, okay? Okay, so tuning in, remember, all you need to do is take responsibility for your well-being, and then tap where I tap, and say what I say, and see how you feel. Anything else comes up, you can insert that into the tapping, any other words that are coming through. And if anything is triggering in any way, reach out. Let me know if you need some support. Okay. So What do we need to know for our highest good and greatest joy? The highest good and greatest joy of all. Oh, infinite abundance. Abundance is pouring into your life. So I'm looking at this, and it's apple time up here in the Northeast, along with a lot of the other fruits, of course, and vegetables. But it just reminds me of how that might have happened in the olden days. There are some places around upstate New York, up or Western New York, where I live, where you can go and see people who are actually dressed in costumes. You know, some old places that they have preserved from a long time ago. There's also forts from way back in the Revolution and all the different wars. We are also at the top of the Underground Railroad, so there's a lot of interesting history up here. Okay, I digress again. Tap into calm, breathe. Allow your busy mind to just drop down into your body. Let your subconscious mind show you what you need to see or feel or hear. Infinite abundance. Hang on. I have to use my alphabet because she doesn't number these. Okay, hang on. Yeah, we're getting close. There we go. Infinite abundance. So this also reminds me of, I saw a bit of a documentary on olives over in the Mediterranean, how they shake the trees, but this looks more like apples to me, don't they? Okay, so infinite abundance is pouring into your life. The card meaning, everything is blossoming and bearing fruit now. Open yourself to receive. The prosperity you seek is being activated. A stream of abundance in all areas of life is ready to flow into your life. The Creator desires that you prosper. Take action in the direction of your dreams. This is not the time to passively wait for prosperity to fall into your lap. The sacred traveler wants you to know life goes in cycles. There are times when fields lie fallow, and there are also times of harvest. So as we get into fall in the Northern Hemisphere, we're harvesting. And of course, Southern Hemisphere, we're planting or beginning to. So right now, you are moving toward a harvest time. Sorry, I need to hold this right. To receive an outpouring of money, energy, time, or love. However, you must first know that you deserve it. And you do. There are times on the journey when life is fallow, but in the times of harvest, the sacred traveler shares the bounty and even volunteers to help others bring in their crops. This is the time to give deeply and fully of who you are and what you have. For the more you truly give, the more you receive. It's it's a universal law. As you focus on gratitude for what you already have, your abundance will grow leaps and bounds. And this is so true. The more you can really notice the abundance you already have, look around and see, what are you grateful for? What do you appreciate in your life? Even the experiences that were tough during them have brought you to certain places and shown you so many things that you've learned, right? We all have done this. I'm definitely one of those people. So let's do some tapping. Okay. I just want to skip through here to see what we might want. All right, so let's start at the eyebrow point. right there at the end of the brow, near the nose, on that bone. We always travel right around the bone, side of the eye, under the eye. Okay, so eyebrow. Everything is blossoming and bearing fruit now. Side of the eye. I open myself to receive. Under the eye. The prosperity I seek is being activated. Under the nose, a stream of abundance, chin, in all areas of life, collarbones, is ready to flow into my life. Under the arm, the Creator desires that I prosper. Top of the head. I am ready to receive. Eyebrow. And I know that I deserve it. Side of the eye. Even when times are fallow. Under eye, I look forward to the harvest. Under nose, and I share the bounty. Chin. This is my time to give deeply and fully. Collarbones. Of who I am and what I have. Stay right here on the collarbones for what I have. And I truly give, the more I receive. And the third eye, so it is. Amen. So there's that one space there about I am worthy, I deserve. If that triggered you in any way, just tap into it, look under it, and see why that might be happening. It's a big part of what I do when I teach, write, and coach, is to help you see what's there. But so you can just keep tapping. I like to stay right on one point, like the collarbones, and you can do all the points or just one like this, one hand or both. I wonder what's going on today. I'm ready to believe that I deserve better. I am open to understanding that I deserve better. I deserve more. All the abundance that's coming to me. And just take a breath and lean into it. How's your number? If it's come down, remember you can keep going and keep relaxing if you have the time right now or later in the day or in the morning. Keep going. And if it went up, stayed the same or went up, you know you have hit the nail on the head and there's more work to do. It's very simple. Be compassionate with yourself and keep tapping. Even tapping without words works. Give yourself that moment of calm. Anytime you feel triggered throughout the day, you might just feel a little off, or you might really get that feeling somewhere in your body. Just stop for a moment, take a breath, and tap. It's that easy, and it is so powerful. So please remember to keep coming back. I'm working on some really cool things. I know I have promised you that before, and every now and then I pop in with something. But there's some major things going to be happening soon. I'm actually working on a quiz that will kind of go along with the book that I wrote. And I think I'll do another one with this second book that I am in the middle of. And it's interesting that I didn't. Spirit chose the Sacred Traveler today because I will be traveling towards the end of the month. And I'm very excited about the inspiration that will be coming. So allow yourself to look around, see what you're grateful for, what's inspiring for you today. Get outside if you can, or at least look out a window, be grateful, and keep tapping. And remember, you are loved. I see your beauty. I see your light. Shine brightly.